Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today is the 14th of January. We have a 7 game slate to break down for you guys for Fanduel. So, as normal, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. We definitely do appreciate it. And also hit that subscribe button for more NBA Fanduel, DraftKings, and Prize Picks lineup and advice videos. Still, about 50% of you guys are not subscribed. So, if you guys could help us out, help yourself out, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and you guys will be all set. Yeah, last couple days have been a little crazy up and down for us with all the injuries that have been happening. Last second, Paul George a couple days ago, Daniel Gafford just the other day. So a lot of crazy ones. I don't know if you guys have been avoiding those injuries, but it's been a little hectic the last couple days. So, like I said, we have a 7 gamer today. If you guys want to come join us for premium, $6 for a day pass for the main slate, and $30 for a main slate monthly pass as well. If you want to get in on that, check us out on our Twitter. That will be in the comment section below. Click that link right there. It will bring you right to our Twitter. Give us a follow, message us. We'll get you guys all set up. If you do not have Twitter, no worries. We can get you guys set up via email as well. We have that down there in the comment section. And like I said, we can send emails to your send lineups to your emails. You guys don't got to worry about signing up for Twitter or anything like that. So, like I said, we got your back on that one. All right. With that being said, let's go dive in today. FanDuel decided to put in the 2 late games. They didn't do it the last couple days, but now here we are. So I thought they would only do a 4 gamer today, but or a 5 gamer, but here we are. We got all of them today. Let's go break it down. Toronto and Indiana, 222.5 and a 2.5 here by the Toronto Raptors. So definitely going to be one of the slower games to look at here. Emmanuel Quickly is one of the main guys that we're going to be looking at here. Thankfully, this is an early game, so we're going to find out if he's going to play. He was a very late add to the injury report this morning, so most people are thinking he's probably more doubtful. Um, and if he is out, doubtful, Jamal Shed is going to be one of the main guys you're going to want to look at 4,600. And everybody else and their grandma is going to have him as well because he's going to be very chalky on the optimizers. So he's in a very good spot. The other one that I think that some people may not go to, and this is only if Quickly's out. If Quickly's out, RJ Barrett is out, Jacoby Walter, right? Who's the backup, right? You got, Martin, he's been stepping up a little bit. Minutes went down. Abigaili hasn't really been playing. Well, AJ Lawson is kind of my GPP play of the day. He shot 9 times in 17 minutes against Philadelphia, 14 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and that is with Emmanuel Quickly in there. If Quickly's out, then he's probably going to get you around 20 to 22 minutes. If Shed gets hurt or gets injured, gets in foul trouble or whatever the case is, AJ Lawson is probably going to be the main guy. He's a very productive offensive guy, and if Indiana gets onto a scoring streak, they're going to need someone off the bench. AJ Lawson, Martin's not too bad. You can look at him, but like I said, his minutes dropped huge, down to 12 after, and Lawson got the minutes. So his shot's been struggling a little bit. Martin has, so I'm going to go to AJ Lawson in this one. Brandon Ingram is an all right spot at 7,800. If Quickly's out, that gives Brandon Ingram a little bit more control of the ball and a couple more assists as well for him. So I don't mind Ingram. Is this the best spot for him? No, definitely not. But like I said, I'm not too afraid of Indiana. Let's go look at the defense here against small forwards. They're middle of the road against small forwards, so I think if you're playing cash games, he's probably going to get you about 37 to 38 in this one. Barnes is okay, but 88. Really don't want to pay that much for him. I think one guy you can go to is Colin Murray Boyles. A lot of people went to him last time again, had 34-4. This guy's a pretty good player. He has a potential to get some triple double upside here in the future, and not too bad. He is a center in this one. That's where they put him. They put Barnes at power forward. So against centers, Indiana 57.9 field goal percentage, massive field goal percentage. So easy shot for Colin Murray Boyles, massive rebounds and blocks and steals. Blocks. So I think this is a half decent spot to go back to the well to Colin Murray Boyles, and he's only 5,800. So Murray Boyles is probably one of the top plays on this one. Ingram is worth a consideration. Jamal Shed's cash games, and I do like Lawson if Quickly is out. Indiana side, I don't have a ton in this one. I do like Andrew Nembhard. He's probably one of my favorite plays on this game at 7,300. I know he's a little expensive, but the only spot that Toronto really does struggle is the point guard position. and we'll go show that for you. Point guards, yeah, they give up 25.8 points per game, massive free throw percentage, assists and steals. I think this is a half decent spot. I don't think a lot of people are going to have Andrew Nembhard. I know it's not the fastest game out here, but I think he can get you, 35 to 38, maybe even 40 fantasy points in this one at really, really low ownership. And Benedict Mathurin continues to be out, so I definitely do like continue seeing that. Pascal Siakam is priced right where he should be. He struggled a little bit in the past against his old team, so not really going that way. So that's kind of where we're looking at in that one. Moving on a little bit quicker, we're gonna speed through some of these games. Cleveland and Philadelphia. We do have a 236 and a 1.5 spread. So Philadelphia is healthy in this one. I think the main guys I'm going to be looking at, Joel Embiid is still worth a look at 9,100. He's still slightly underpriced, and a guy that can go get you 44 to 45 fantasy points, 9,100. Like I said, sign me up for that one. Tyrese Maxey as well at 10-2. I know all the guys are back, but he's still going to be one of the main hogs out there. And it's a 236.5 total. So, I mean, you're going to want to couple these guys. Paul George is a little underpriced, but I don't know if I really need to go that way. But the main guys I'm looking at is probably Joel Embiid and Maxey in this one. Flipping over to the Cleveland side, they've kind of been up and down recently. Mitchell is 9,600. He is a little expensive, but they're expecting this to be a close game. He hasn't really been himself recently, but this could be one of the games. But he's priced right where he should be. Garland's not bad at 7,100. Jalen Tyson off the bench, another really solid option, 26 and 25. Price has dropped down massively, and I think he can get you around 23 to 25 in this one, especially if one of the guys gets hurt or injured. He's going to come in, injured or in foul trouble. He's going to get a little extra run. But 4,900, I think he's worth a look. And Mobley's definitely worth a look as well. Philly does struggle a little bit against power forward. So 8,300, definitely in a good spot for me. All right, Utah and Chicago in this one. 241.5, 4.5 spread. This total went up already a point and a half since I've looked at it an hour ago. So marketing is going to be questionable / doubtful in this one. I'm really intrigued to see what they do with the starting lineup. If Kai Flipowski starts, I'm going to play him in there, but just they've been weird with Kai Flipowski recently. They've usually been playing Taylor Hendricks, and they start him, and he hasn't done anything. So Flipowski is going to be a GPP play. Nurk is going to be cash games at 6,800. Sign me up. And I'm also intrigued to see what they do with the starting lineup with market and doubtful. If Bryce Sensabaugh comes back in the starting lineup, I'm going to probably put him in there almost everywhere. He can get you around 24 to 26, 27. If Ace Bailey starts, he's in a good spot. He might be making his way back from an injury, but we'll just have to see where they go. And Keontae is not in too bad of a spot either with a 241 total, especially with Markin and doubtful. And Isaiah Collier, another guy I don't mind looking at, 4,800. Probably going to get you around 22, 23 minutes in this one. GPP play just because of his all over the place with his minutes, but obviously he's not in a bad spot against a fast-paced game here. Chicago Bulls side, Kobe White, not bad, 6,500, high usage rate. Trey Jones popped off last night. I think he comes down just a little bit in this one. Ayu Dosunmu did not look too bad against Houston, but overall his usage rate the last 3 or 4 games been around 22, 23%. So slide me back up for Ayu Dosunmu. I don't think he's going to have high ownership. I'll take Dosunmu over Kevin Huerter in this one. Not too high on Bazulius. And even Jalen Smith off the bench is in a half-decent spot, so that's one guy that you can look at. But I don't know how much I need him, but he's getting a lot more run without Collins. And Vukovic is in a solid spot at 7,700, but I might just save the salary and go to Nurk. All right, Brooklyn and New Orleans. We're going to go quicker in this one. Demon or Demore, I really like him at 5,900. Solid cash game play. Not too high on Cam Thomas here. Porter's in a good spot at 9,000. Not too afraid of New Orleans, and it's a pretty good total here in this one. So don't mind going back to the well. It is back-to-back for New Orleans, so maybe they come out a little flat here. So I don't have a ton of New Orleans. I think Claxton and Sharp are both in pretty good spots again. So Claxton, Igor, and Porter as well. Denver and Dallas in this one. Moving on a little bit quicker. It is a back-to-back, so we'll see if any of these Denver guys sit. If they don't, Jamal Murray is still in a pretty good spot. Jalen Pickett starts again. I don't mind looking at him. Watson's a little expensive, half-decent defense with Dallas, so I'm going to do the slight fade with him. Aaron Gordon's in a not bad spot at 6,700 for cash games. One guy I really want to look at here in GPPs is Zeke Naj. Didn't do anything against New Orleans, but you got to remember this is a back-to-back. Some of these starters are going to be tired. Maybe Aaron Gordon's going to be a little tired. Zeke Naj might get a couple more minutes. And Pelicans, as I mentioned, sorry, Dallas is terrible against centers. They still are. I mean, not terrible, but they're not the greatest against centers. They do have Gafford out there. Davis isn't there, so Zeke Naj at 4,400, definitely one of my GPP plays of the day. Speaking of Dallas, we'll have to see what's going on their side. They got a lot of injuries going on with Brandon Williams. Um, and a couple of their shooting guards. Max Christie is doubtful as well. So Klay Thompson, 4,100, fire him up. Jaden Hardy could be an all right spot, especially if he starts only at 3,600. Pretty high usage rate for him. Najee Marshall going to be in play for me, and Gafford's going to be pretty chalky. All right, New York and Sacramento. We have a 230 total, and I think it's a 11 or 12 spread in this one. So we'll have to see. This is a front end of a back to back for New York. So if they get up early, maybe they just, I don't know. We'll see. But I think Sacramento can keep this game slightly close. Malink Monk's going to be all over my radar. That's the only spot New York really struggles at, so I'm going to put Monk in there. Another guy to really look at is Miles McBride at 4,600. Even if he comes off the bench, that's one of the guys I'm going to be looking at. Josh Hart as well. OG Anunoby's worth a look, and Towns, he's 8,700. It's back front end of a back to back, so I don't know how much I want him, but Mitchell Robertson as well at 4,400 really comes into play. I like him quite a bit. But he is limited on minutes. Washington and the Clippers to finish this one off. Leonard is questionable and Zubac as well, but I think they might both play. If not, Zubac does sit. If Zubac sits, Brook Lopez coming to play. He did miss the last 14 minutes of the game, so if Zubac is out, I really like Brook Lopez. He should start. John Collins really comes into play. Don't mind Kawhi. I think Kawhi plays in this one. They don't play tomorrow, so I think he should be fine. One guy I do want to look at if you don't want to go up to Kawhi, which is fine. Jordan Miller's in a really good spot, playing pretty solid minutes, and I'm not too afraid of Washington's defense as well. So that's one guy you can look at. I know he's not the greatest. It's all over the place, 27, 12, and 18, but at $3,900, not too bad of a spot. Obviously helps a little bit if Kawhi sits, but if Kawhi sits, he's going to have a lot more ownership. James Harden going to be all over my radar, done, and not really on him too much. And for the most part, that's kind of what we got going on. So I think this should be a really good slate. Target Utah, Chicago. I think a couple guys in this Denver Dallas game is really worth a look as well. Maybe one or two from New York. It's just a really good overall slate. And if you guys want to come join us, we'd love to have you guys join us. Only $6 for day pass. You get two lineups for the main slate for $6, less than a cup of coffee, or $30 for a monthly pass as well. And that is very reasonable. So if you guys want to get in on any of that, check us out on our Twitter. That will be in the comment section below. Click that link. And also, it's right there, Kidney Mafia. But click that link. It will take you right to our page. And give us a follow and message us. We'll get you guys all set up on premium for a day pass or a monthly pass. And like I said, if you guys do not have Twitter, no worries. We can sign you guys up through email. Our email will be in the comment section below. Copy that email. Send us a message. And we'll get you guys all set up on the day pass or monthly pass as well. And like I said, we can send the lineups right to your email. You don't need no Twitter or anything like that. We'll send it just right to you guys, and you'll be all set. Once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And like I said, if you guys found this information useful and helpful, leave a like. We definitely do appreciate it.